You're going to talk about Michael Parsons' thing about Mike McCarthy?
Yeah, we can talk about that. Even though I'm just so freaking sick of the Cowboys, dude. They're making me extremely like my blood pressure is so freaking high when I think about them. I'm just filled with homicidal rage. Like I'm so ready for Micah Parsons to be off this team. I'm so ready for Mike McCarthy to be off this team. I'm ready for Jerry Jones to be put in the old folks' home. And we are opening the first 30 seconds of this show with a Dallas Cowboys rant.
The best way to do it.
Yep. Welcome, everybody. Trainwreck Podcast, episode 72. One of us has had something to drink tonight. What you drinking tonight, Drew?
This spicy tea is spicy. So I have a peach crown. I mixed it with Lipton peach tea with some lemon in it.
Oh, that sounds so. So it's kind of like, is it like a Long Island iced tea?
Yeah, it's kind of like a homemade Long Island.
I hate Long Island so much, dude.
It's not bad.
I don't know what's been with me and dark liquor lately, but I just haven't been a big fan of it. It's mainly been like tequila or vodka. That's been my thing lately.
Yeah, I've been drinking a lot of dark liquor here lately.
Like, I think it's because dark liquor gives me the shit that I've been like, oh, I don't want that. But like the other night, I went out to the casino and I was like, oh, what should I get started off with? And I wanted, whatever, get me drunk the fastest. So I got me a Jack and Coke, and it was pretty much all Jack and no Coke. And I was like, I should have just got a margarita.
Man, that sounds like a good time. All Jack and no Coke.
Yeah, I guess, but I don't know. I was definitely just like,
you can
man,
that either way you want to.
I know. I was waiting for you to make that joke. I was like, I'm giving it to you on a silver platter. But no, like Jack and Cokes are freaking delicious when they're mixed right. But if you have someone that doesn't mix it right, it's like,
Yeah.
I'm like, because I mean, I can do whiskey straight, but I prefer it mixed with like Coke or Dr. Pepper. Like whiskey straight to me is best when you're like eating like a steak or something,
There's like some whiskeys that are better drink straight than the others. Like some you have to mix.
Yeah, like Crown, you definitely can drink that straight,
Yeah.
I mean,
I can't drink Jack straight. I have to mix with something.
No. It's definitely got to be mixed with Coke or Dr. Pepper for me.
Yeah.
Like
Crown, I could drink straight with no problem.
Mm-hmm. I wish I would have went and got some alcohol now.
Now the freaking Williams cheap whiskey.
Mm-hmm.
I have nightmares of that.
Is that the one you had at that party?
Yeah, that's when our mutual friend Ben brought his guys. Cheap. And he's like, "Oh yeah, it's cheap. We'll get drunk off of this." Like we did, but it tastes like cough syrup.
Mm-hmm. I had a girl at work today ask me like, "Oh, do you like beer?" And I'm like, "It's all right." And I guess she's like never had beer before, so she wanted to know like what kind. And I told her about like every kind I tried, and I was like, "God damn, do I sound like an alcoholic right now?" Because I gave her like a list of like 7 or 8 different beers, and I was like, I told her, I'm like, all beer tastes like shit, basically. I mean, all alcohol tastes like shit. It's just you like the effects of it. And I told her, I was like, I mean, if you're looking to get drunk, beer ain't gonna fucking do it unless you're planning on drinking like 6 of them in 1 hour, which I don't recommend doing because you will throw up doing that.
Is she a small girl?
Not small, but she's not fat either.
Okay. So if she's a small girl, it will fuck her up easily.
Yeah, no. Yeah, no, she's like about as tall as me and probably weighs a little bit less.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I gave her, because I was like going through the list, I was like, stay the fuck away from Guinness. Guinness is absolutely dog shit.
It's super overrated.
Yeah, it is. That was the first beer I ever tried after I
People that like Guinness are pretty much either racist or just white boys.
Or they just don't have taste. Or they're fucking Irish That's the people that like fucking Guinness or
Point
Irish
proven,
people.
fucking white
Yeah.
boys.
Yeah, after I turned 21, like the day I turned 21, actually, the first beer I bought legally, not the first beer I ever had, but my first legal beer was Guinness.
Mine was
And
too. I fucking hated it.
and I was like, fuck, I bought a 6-pack of it and it tastes like shit. What the fuck do I do with it? And
So
I
like the
think
only
I've had,
beers like I can down no problem would be Michelob Ultra, Corona, and Coors Banquet.
damn, I forgot to tell her about Michelob, because Michelobs are fucking delicious.
Yeah, so Michelob, Corona, Coors Banquet, I have no problem.
Corona's fucking disgusting.
You have to have a lime and salt.
Yeah, I don't know.
Because I will not drink it. There's no lime or salt.
I told her about Bud Light. I was like, if you're gonna get Bud Light Lime. I told her Dos Equis is pretty fucking good. I told her Troy Aikman's beer is pretty good. I told her what she should really do is go for like Angry Orchard
Yeah,
because
Angry Orchard's not bad.
it's got almost as much alcohol in it as like Bud Light, and it tastes way fucking better. Damn, do I want a beer right now? I was just thinking that, like, fuck, I wish I would have went to the liquor store before we recorded. Like, I saw your post and I was like, shit, that kind of sounds good right now. Anyway, the reason we're talking about alcohol is because we don't want to talk about our football teams, and drinking helps numb the pain because both our teams suck. Drew, you fortunately did not have to watch your team lose this week.
Thank God.
And you guys did something kind of smart and fired Luke Getzey, and you guys did that, during the bye week, so you guys have had extra time to put that offense into place. This new
Now, when I
offense.
saw that, I thought it was scam because Raiders and good decisions don't mix well.
Yeah. You're like, is this Barry McCockiner?
Yeah, for real. I read that. I was like, man, I got the biggest hard on right now. Did you see that Chicago Bears also fired their offensive coordinator as well?
Yep. Head coach is next.
So not only we fire a former Bears OC, the Bears fired their new OC to replace Getzey.
Mm-hmm.
The Bears are just taking straight L's.
I think the Bears are cleaning the house after this year. I think Eberflus is gone. Their GM, he'll be safe, but that whole coaching staff, I think, is gone after this year.
Yeah, because I think their GM's not bad.
Yeah, I mean, he's helping lead this rebuild right now,
They just need a freaking coach that doesn't throw their team under the bus.
Yeah, Eberflus fucking sucks. And the Bears, I mean, after they gave up that Hail Mary a couple weeks ago, their season was done after that because there's no coming back from that.
Like, their offense should be way better than it is.
Mm-hmm. I mean,
they have DJ Moore, they have DeAndre Swift, they have Cole Kmet. Caleb Williams actually playing not. Yeah, Roma Duze. Caleb Williams actually playing not bad.
He's just been getting the shit kicked out of him. He got 9 sacks. I saw a really interesting stat where like the Patriots, I think, only had like 16 sacks for the year going into that game, and then they left that game with like 25 because they got 9 on Caleb Williams.
I don't know. If I was a GM of the freaking Bears, that should have been an automatic fire.
I mean, that's basically what they did with their OC, but I think they need to get rid of Eberflus. I mean, they're still the only reason I think they haven't fired Eberflus is because they're 4-5. But I mean, you look at that division, you got the Vikings, you got the Packers, you got the Lions. The Bears ain't making the fucking playoffs. But yeah, Caleb Williams, 16 of 30, 120 yards, 9 sacks for 51 yards, and they got blown out by the Patriots. And we know the Patriots kind of fucking suck.
Now, do you see the Panthers got their second win?
Third.
Oh, third? Oh, yeah, right. Yep. Second one with Bryce Young. That's what I mean.
Yep. Bryce Young has won back-to-back games for the first time in his career. All thanks to Danny Diapers and Tyrone Tracy, who fumbled in overtime.
Yep.
Which set the Panthers up to kick the game-winning field goal. It is not a good thing that the Panthers played basically 5 quarters, and Bryce Young only threw for 126 yards, though. That being said, though, he didn't have to throw a lot because Chuba Hubbard, 28 carries, 153 yards. He's been on fire lately, dude.
Yeah, I think the Panthers offense kind of realized it need to be a run first offense.
But yeah, they got
And
no receivers.
yeah, basically like add Thielen a bag of chips.
Well, Thielen isn't playing; he's hurt.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Danny Diapers had 2 interceptions, and then Tracy had the fumble in overtime. And I think that just sealed Brian Daboll's fate. I'm really surprised he did not get fired after this game, and I'm really, really shocked they did not leave Daniel Jones in Germany.
Well, I know Trial Tracy just fumbled the game,
Mm.
but so far he's had a pretty good season.
Yeah, I mean, he's had
I
to
mean, there's
fill in.
one thing that the Giants could look forward to is having at least a decent running back for the future.
Yeah, he's averaging 5.1 yards a carry. I mean, he's better than Singletary. Singletary fucking sucks.
He stole the job, basically.
Yeah. Well, because Singletary got hurt, you know?
Now, when Jonathan Brooks from the Panthers finally gets active, do you think the Panthers going to kind of experiment, kind of like a Lions offense, like having 2 running back play?
I don't think they have the talent for that, like on the offensive line for that. Because, I mean, the Lions' offensive line is fucking solid, dude. And the Panthers, yeah, their offensive line is nowhere near that.
True. But I could definitely see them trying to build an offensive line kind of like the Lions do.
Yeah, it just takes time. It's not going to be this season. It's not going to be immediate.
Definitely. I mean, fuck, they got those 2 guards from the offseason, and they kind of suck.
Other game that happened, the Buffalo Bills squeak out against the Indianapolis Colts. Joe Flacco turned the ball over 4 times, you know. Kind of a good sign whenever that the guy that you benched your young quarterback for is playing like shit ever since you announced him as the starter for the rest of the year. Joe Flacco, 3 interceptions. The Colts started out really good, and then Buffalo kind of woke up, and that was without Josh Allen like playing fucking good. You know, he had 2 interceptions. He had a rushing touchdown. He didn't have a passing touchdown. You know,
It was more a James Cook game.
Yeah, he had 19 carries, 80 yards, and a touchdown. And then their defense, Tyrone Johnson, he scored on a pick 6.
Josh Allen didn't have Amari Cooper or Coleman that game either.
Yeah, Amari Cooper's still hurt. Khalil Shakir, though, who I keep singing his praises, I think he's really fucking good. He had 6 catches, 6 of 9. Nice. They couldn't get Dalton Kincaid really involved, and James Cook, he wasn't really involved in the passing game either, and that's kind of been like one of the things he's been most underrated about is he's been a reliable factor in the pass game. I know one of the interceptions wasn't Josh Allen's fault.
Yeah.
I can't remember the other one, though. But yeah, it's the Colts are another team that they're just a trash fire. They're a train wreck. Like I said, all this drama with Anthony Richardson, and then you look at Joe Flacco, and he's been playing horribly ever since he got announced as a starter. He played good in those games when Richardson was hurt. He played pretty good, but ever since they're like, he's our guy, yeah, he's been dog shit.
Now, will this motivate like the future NFL, kind of like sit out rookie quarterbacks more often than their first year?
I mean, Anthony Richardson basically set out most of last year. He only played in like 3 games because he got hurt.
Yeah, true.
I think it's more of don't give up on him so soon and all that shit, basically.
I mean, let's be real. They shouldn't really been benched Richardson. They should have kept playing him, see what they have. Because you pretty much know we have in Flacco, but you really don't know what we have in Richardson.
Yeah. I mean, what they really should have done is just stop asking Anthony Richardson to throw the fucking ball so much.
I mean, like for fuck's sakes, you have Jonathan Taylor.
Yeah. I mean, that was the thing. Yeah, his completion percentage sucks, but they're also throwing the ball like 30 times a game.
I mean, let's be real. They should really simplify the offense more than that what it is. I mean,
Yeah.
this is technically Anthony Richardson's first season, technically, and I feel like he's still like in the college mind offense. They kind of dumb it down, make it more college like. And when he progresses through his career, get more NFL like. No, like my being said, you still have Jonathan fucking Taylor.
Yeah. Another game that happened. They're still undefeated. How about them Chiefs? 9-0. Patrick Mahomes. You know how great Patrick Mahomes is? He willed his special teams unit to block that field goal. He said, if you guys do not block that field goal, this is how good Patrick Mahomes is. If you guys do not block that field goal, my wife and my brother will be in the locker room after this game. Do you want that to happen? No, block this fucking kick. That's how good Patrick Mahomes is.
They should have lost that game. Let's be real.
But did they?
No, because their Broncos fucking broncoed.
Because the Chiefs are the greatest team ever, and they're going to three-peat.
You think they're going to beat the Bills next week?
I don't know.
That's technically this week?
Probably not, because the Bills always beat them in the regular season and then fucking choke in the playoffs. So, yeah, when we get to predictions, I'll give my thoughts on that. Or actually, I'll just say right now, I think the Bills will win. Because, Josh Allen could beat Mahomes in the regular season, but he can't do it in the playoffs.
Did you watch that Monday night game?
No. Thank God. It looked horrible.
Quoted by Barry McCockner herself, if you fucking love field goals, my God, you will have an orgasm.
Yeah, I went to Texas Roadhouse last night, and they had it on, on the big screen or whatever, and I was looking, I was like, God, this game looks fucking boring. Then I was like, I'll check to see who won on Twitter, and I couldn't find any fucking highlights.
And if you have a hard on for kickers, man, that's your game, man.
Only thing I saw,
straight fucking field goals.
Only thing I saw was Tua trying to give himself CTE even more. Did you see that?
Tua's trying to give himself CTE, and Devon Achane is actually wearing a Guardian cap. I feel like that should be the exact opposite.
Dude, I saw this meme last night. I was laughing my fucking ass off. The Green Goblin thing from Spider-Man. Tua CTE telling him to get more CTE. I saw that last night and it was so fucking funny, dude. But yeah, at least the Dolphins finally got a fucking win, but I mean they suck. They're not gonna win the division. The Bills have a freaking death grip on that division,
Yeah. Speaking of death grip in the division, do you see the Lions game?
Yeah. Jared Goff turned into Jared Goof. 5 interceptions. He is the third quarterback ever to win a game while throwing 5 interceptions. The other 2 are Matt Ryan and Tony Romo.
Now, nobody could beat Goff, not even himself. Because, God, I love to beat Goff.
If anything, this says more about the fucking Texans, dude, than it does. I mean, the Lions, we know they're a great team. They're gritty. If anything, if they would have lost last night, it wouldn't really hurt them that bad. I know Minnesota and Green Bay are right behind them, but I think the Lions are better than both of them. Yes, Trevor, The Lions are better than the Vikings. If anything, it said more about the Texans because their struggles continue, dude. I mean, and now
pretty much the only way the Lions could lose is beating themselves.
Yeah, and they basically did beat themselves. I mean, it wasn't even like the team played bad. It was more Jared Goff played bad,
Yeah.
But CJ Stroud, he also had 2 interceptions. That's the thing that sucked. I was so looking forward to this game, and this game fucking sucked, dude. And now the Texans, they're kind of having problems running the ball, which, I mean, it was going against the Lions defense, but Joe Mixon, 25 carries, 46 yards, 1.8 yards a carry. That's Ezekiel Elliott numbers.
Yeah, he slowed down a lot. Now, speaking of rushing, you watch that Cincinnati and Ravens game?
That was a good ass game. Kind of
For
wish we would have.
real.
I wish we would have went to the casino for it.
I
I
wish
mean,
we did too, not gonna lie.
rushing wasn't really a factor in that game. I mean, Derrick Henry only had 68 yards. The Bengals can't run the fucking ball at all. But Joe Burrow, 428 yards, 4 touchdowns, no interceptions. Debatable on that. Should have been a flag on that 2-point conversion. I kind of wish they would have got it because, I don't like the Ravens. But now the Bengals are 4-6, and people are going, Lamar's MVP, even though, no. If anything, that game showed you Joe Burrow should be MVP if his team didn't fucking suck.
Yeah, Joe Burrow have like the quietest MVP run right now.
Yeah, he's been freaking insane, dude. 24 touchdowns, 4 interceptions. He's leading the league in passing yards. He's tied for passing touchdowns with Baker Mayfield, I believe. And interceptions only 4. That's pretty good because Joe Burrow sometimes, over the years has had a turnover problem. This year, it's not been the case.
Yeah, and him, Joe Burrow, and Baker Mayfield, like been the two quarterbacks, been like the most fun to watch this season.
Yeah, they have. Did you see that stiff arm Mayfield did on Nick Bosa?
His fucking mortal enemy, yes.
I
My
don't even know.
OU pride came out. I was like, yes.
Yeah, it would have been nice if the Buccaneers would have won that game.
They honestly had the chance, and the fucking movie
Yeah.
kept missing field goals, but
It was more competitive. It was more competitive than I thought it would be. Brock Purdy had a really good game. I'm really glad I started him in fantasy over Jared Goff. Brock Purdy, 353 yards, 2 touchdowns. Yeah, I mean, the 49ers, they got Christian McCaffrey back. They're a team to watch now in the NFC. Like them having McCaffrey back, it kind of makes them like, okay, you weren't thinking about them because, they were 4-4, their whole team was injured with Ayuk and Kittle was injured for a bit. Debo was injured. McCaffrey's missed like what, 8 games. But now they're getting healthy at the right time. And if they can at least get a wild card spot, anything can happen after that.
Yeah, but it's like the biggest moral enemy for the 49ers right now is the age of the roster. They're getting really old, and those bones are getting more brittle.
I right now I would say that the NFC Championship is going to beat them and the Lions again.
I can see that. Yeah, it's either them or who else? I had in my mind, but maybe the Eagles.
Yeah, probably the Eagles. Because I don't think Washington will make it there. I don't think the Vikings will. I don't think the Packers will. I don't even think the Buccaneers will make the playoffs with the rate they're going. Even though the hard part of their schedule is over now. I mean, the last 3 games they've had to face the Chiefs, 49ers, Falcons, Ravens. The last 4 games, Now the easy part of their schedule is coming. They get to face the Giants, Panthers, Raiders. Chargers will be tough. Cowboys, Panthers, Saints. So if the Buccaneers can run the table and hopefully only lose 1 game, which if I had to pick them to lose a game, it would probably be to the Chargers.
Yeah,
they could sneak in the playoffs, but after that, I mean,
that is true. But if you do make it, they should have Mike Evans back during that time. They should have Mike Evans. Cam On's actually popping off ever since.
He might be. He might be back this week. It's week 11. Isn't that when they said he was going to be back?
It's either this week or next week.
Oh, if he's back against the Giants, fuck.
Yeah, I'm starting Baker Mayfield's ass that week.
The Saints, 1 week after firing Dennis Allen, get a win. Their first win after starting 2-0, then losing 7 straight. Their first win since the early part of the season with Darren Rizzi as the interim coach, and they beat the Falcons by 3. And it's more just the status quo that Kirk Cousins could never be too far away from being at 500, Except
Yeah,
for that one year when he went like 13-4.
that wasn't Kirk Cousins. That was Kirko.
Yeah, Kirko chains. Steelers take care of business against the Commanders. Mike Tomlin's now like 25-4 against rookie quarterbacks. I thought Pittsburgh was going to win, so wasn't that?
Yeah, I couldn't see it going either way, to be honest.
Here's a game that's going to piss off one of our friends. Vikings and Jaguars.
What a fucking dog shit of a game.
I still am a believer in the Vikings defense because they've been really fucking good this whole year, and they held the Jaguars to 7 points. That being said, Mac Jones was fucking awful. But you know who else was awful? Sam fucking Darnold, dude. He's reverting back to Jets form. 3 interceptions. He is now tied for the league, or no, he is now leading the league in interceptions. He's 1 turnover away from Gardner Minshew.
I thought Patrick was.
No, that's just your blind Chiefs hate.
Suck my Johnson.
Yeah, no. Sam Darnold has 10. I meant to say turnovers earlier, not interceptions. He has 10 interceptions, 4 fumbles lost, 14 turnovers. Gardner Minshew is second with 13. But if he keeps playing like this, dude, I am completely off the bandwagon because there's only so much that the defense can do, And I know the Vikings have a lot of talent on their offense with Justin Jefferson and Aaron Jones and Hawkinson and Addison and all those dudes. But if their quarterback keeps playing like that, I am off the bandwagon. Which was this TJ Hawkinson's first game back? Or he played last week?
I think so.
I feel like there was so much. Yeah, he returned last week.
So looks like he's tied with Geno and Jordan, the 4 most interceptions this season.
Yeah, but I was talking about total turnovers, including his fumbles. Yeah,
God, Caleb Williams been sacked 38 times this season. I mean, don't get me wrong, he probably enjoys it because How
much are you gonna make me fucking edit out on this show? just you might as well just call him a now.
A very happy man.
Hey, somebody won something last week, and we can say that word again. Hallelujah.
Thank God.
Chargers kicked the shit out of the Titans. The Titans fucking suck. Will Levis did play in this game, and he did not provide any meme-worthy material, so it was a double loss for the Titans.
I was disappointed. I was promised meme-worthy kind of Levis, and I didn't get it.
You know what I'm super happy about? The Cardinals beat the living fuck out of the Jets.
Now, who saw that coming?
I had such a boner when I looked at that score. I was at work that day, so I've just given up on the Cowboys. I'm not looking at their games anymore. But I was looking at the other scores, and I saw that score, and I was like, okay, that can make me happy at least. So, Drew brought it up at the beginning of the show. Micah fucking Parsons. I'll say this. His comments were taken out of context. But I wish Micah Parsons would stop fucking talking. Because this dude just runs his fucking mouth. And the team sucks, dude. Like, this dude should not be... Like, he has a fucking podcast. Which we have a fucking podcast too. Ours is better. And he goes on there and just basically runs his fucking mouth all week and talks about other players throughout the league and provides fucking bulletin board material. That's all that fucking idiot does on this stupid ass podcast. As Micah Parsons is not a good public speaker. He fucking mumbles into the microphone like this and talks about how fucking smart he is when it comes to... Actually, let me mumble a little bit more. You saw what TJ Watt did. That's what Micah Parsons sounds like. And I'm kind of in the same camp that Skip Bayless is. Let's just fucking trade this dude after the season. We already got a super high paid quarterback, super high paid wide receiver. Do we really need a super high paid defensive player when honestly a defensive player is nowhere near is not nowhere near the worth of a good quarterback and receiver, you know? Instead of paying one dude on that line, you could take all that money and pay like 5 people for that line. Because pass rushers, you can fucking shit them out, basically. It's not like a pass rusher, you just gotta be fucking strong and a little bit smart. Like a linebacker. If Micah Parsons, which he is a linebacker, but he's really a fucking edge rusher. If he was like the middle linebacker, it'd be like, okay, he's got to be really fucking smart, because he's the quarterback of that defense. So yes, you would pay him a shitload of money. All Micah Parsons does well is fucking rush, and for that, I don't think you should pay him a shitload of money. When we have a bunch of good pass rushers.
Yeah, there's a difference between like Micah Parsons and the other edge rushers, the top edge rushers like TJ Maxx.
Yeah, he's nowhere near as good as TJ Watt or Max Crosby or
like
Chris
with
Jones.
TJ and Maxx, if you watch their games and watch their highlights, they'll adjust the lines. They have that power to adjust the defensive line.
Yeah, Parsons doesn't do that.
Like if like Max or TJ sees like it's a very running quarterback, Kyle Murray like that, he'd probably like call for a Kitang.
Yeah, I don't like this dude. I want him off the team.
It might be the damn CTE.
I think it's called autism now.
Back in my day, we didn't have those.
All right, you want to get into predictions?
Let's do this.
All right, this week, teams on a bye. Giants, Cardinals, Buccaneers, Panthers. 2 shitty teams, 1 and 2 like middle of the road teams.
Man, like the Panthers going 3-0.
Who do the Panthers play next? That's what I'm curious about. Could they win 3 in a row? Oh, no, they play the Chiefs. Yeah, no. Yeah, no, they're not going to win 3-0.
Bryce Young needs to lock the fuck in.
Yeah, no. This week, another good Thursday night game. We've had a lot of good Thursday night games this year. It's kind of weird. Commanders taking on the
very shitty Monday nights.
Commanders taking on the Eagles. The Eagles, I know they beat the shit out of the Cowboys, but I don't think they're as good as the Commanders. I think the Commanders, they just lost to Pittsburgh, which Pittsburgh I think is a pretty good team, and I think Pittsburgh is way better than Philadelphia.
Way better coached than Philadelphia, by the way.
Yeah, no, Nick Sirianni's a fucking moron. Only thing that I'm worried about in this game for the Commanders is them having to defend Saquon Barkley. I just don't have the guts to pick the freaking Commanders, even though I really, really want to, and I really, really like them.
Man, not only that, the Eagles have a white cornerback too.
Yeah, if you throw an interception to a white corner, that should count for like 5 interceptions. But yeah, give me the Eagles reluctantly.
I know it hurts you saying that.
Yeah, I'm gonna go kill myself.
The only option.
Yep. Unalive myself, YouTube.
In Minecraft.
Yeah.
I'm gonna roll the Commanders. The reason being, Jane Downs is Jane Downs, and I don't feel like I know he's going against a Big Fangio defense, and Big Fangio's defense is a very stingy ass defense. But the running game's really good. Even Robinson is out. They still have Eckler. And Scary Terry is, they should have more respect on his name. So I'm gonna roll with the Commanders. I
By
feel
the
like
way,
the defense could contain the passing, but not the running.
the Commanders have not had their bye week yet.
Oh, for real?
Yeah, their bye week is not until week 14.
I thought they did. Never mind.
Yeah. They'll have a nice little mini bye after this week, though, and then they get to play the Dallas Cowboys next. I'm so excited. Jaden Daniels is going to drop his nuts on us. Packers, Bears. Packers. The Bears are a fucking mess right now.
Yeah, let's roll the Packers. There's nothing to talk about that.
Man, these are a bunch of easy ones to start out with. Jaguars, Lions. Lions by like 50.
Hey, it's gonna be a good week to start Gibbs.
Lions favored by 13. God damn.
Oh my god. Yeah, let's roll the Lions.
Titans versus Vikings. The memes will be back. Will Levis against the Vikings defense. I think it will be a little more competitive than we think it will be, just because if Sam Darnold keeps this up, Trevor's so pissed right now, by the way. If Sam Darnold keeps this up, I could see the Titans like being in the game for a little bit, and then Will Levis fucking it up, and the Vikings defense taking it to them. I could definitely see the Vikings defense scoring in this game.
Even the Vikings, I need a Will Levis meme.
Here's the two retards fighting matchup of the week. Jimmy and Timmy. Which one's Timmy? I guess the Dolphins. They're kind of more crippled.
Yeah, I should say 2 as a CTE.
Yeah. So
we're just Jimmy.
Well, I was to say Jimmy's crippled too.
We're Jimmy and Dolphins are Timmy.
All right. Miami.
But I'm gonna roll with the Raiders.
Miami is actually favored by almost 8 points.
Really?
What the fuck does Vegas know about this game that we don't? Who's gonna be starting for you guys? Is it gonna be Minshew or Ritter?
I don't know. It's like Russian roulette at this point.
Just hope you guys have the one with the bullet.
For real. But I feel like we can win this game. Not gonna lie.
I definitely feel like if I was a betting man, I would definitely get the Raiders with the points, because I don't think they're going to lose by more than 8. I am going to go Dolphins win, last second field goal.
I can see it. But I'm still roll with the Raiders.
Let me text the script writer real quick. That way he knows what to do this week. Here's another matchup between two not terrible, but not good teams. Rams and Patriots. This is kind of hard, actually. I am going to go with the Rams just because the Patriots, I don't think, have won back-to-back games yet this year. And I feel like they kind of got like a false sense of security after beating the crap out of the Bears, but I think it's more just the Bears suck. And I don't think they'll be able to stop the Rams' offense.
Yeah, they can't stop Double D Cups and Pookie.
Yeah. And they're going against a super young quarterback in Matt Stafford.
Super young, sexy. Definitely have an 8-inch cock.
You seen his wife?
Dude, his wife's fucking smoking hot.
Yeah, I know.
He has a Super Bowl and smoking hot wife. That man's knows something. We don't.
It's called money.
True.
Yeah. And neither of us have that.
I'm going to roll with the L.A. Rams.
Yeah. Here's another one. Jimmy and Timmy. The Browns and Saints.
Two very respectable teams, by the way.
Yep. Jameis Winston revenge game? Question mark.
Now, what if it was call this the Diddy party?
I think the Saints are going to go on a little bit of a roll. Actually, I think they will win this game. Just because Jameis Winston looked like complete shit last game, and I think the Saints will have that that Browns offense figured out. The only thing is the Browns, like Myles Garrett, going against Derek Carr. I could definitely see Derek Carr freaking tearing his vagina again, and then Spencer Rattler having to come in. I think Alvin Kamara though will have a pretty good game.
Speaking of running backs, do you think Chubb will have a good game?
No, I think Chubb's done.
You think so?
Yep. I need to drop him from my fantasy team actually. I think he's done. Like he just don't look the same.
I mean, after an injury like that, I don't blame him.
Yeah, no, I think he needs to retire. Or Nick, you want to come to the Cowboys? Hey Browns, I think it's time you guys made good on that Amari Cooper trade. We will trade you Ezekiel Elliott, Jerry Jones, Mike McCarthy, and Mike McCarthy's Subway punch card. You guys are only 2 stamps away from a free sandwich. Come on, you know you want that deal.
You see Subway's in a lawsuit right now?
Who? Subway?
Yeah.
For what? Producing shitty sandwiches?
Apparently for false advertisement with their sandwiches.
I knew that was too big to be 12 inches. They've been lying to people.
I guess it's paired with the steak. Because
Oh.
you look at the picture, it's supposed to be like more steak, but in their bill sheets, they're like kind of like schemingly put less.
I'm gonna sue Subway just for
The only
making
reason I
these.
know this because I was talking to Subway dude at work.
Oh, really?
He's like, "Yeah, we're in a lawsuit right now." That's why there's a deal on a 6-inch and a drink.
Hey, I see articles about it right here. But yeah, Subway can go straight to hell, man. Having these 6-inch sandwiches. Now women know what 6 inches looks like. How the fuck can I lie anymore?
Do you think women could count?
And we have like a 12% female audience.
How the fuck are they transgender?
We do have like a 2% non-identified. That's just on Spotify and Apple, though. I don't know
That's
about
about to
YouTube.
change after we brought in the office.
That's only on Spotify and Apple, though. YouTube, it's hard to tell because my other videos skew it.
Yeah.
I can't look at just the podcasts. I picked the Saints. Who did you pick?
I'm gonna pick the Browns.
Okay. This next game is who gives a fuck? Colts and Jets. Colts, because fuck Aaron Rodgers.
Man, who the fuck put this game in? Like, you know what? This is gonna be a fucking banger. 2 washed up quarterbacks.
Yeah, it should be Aaron. Should be Aaron live from a retirement home.
Dude, this is a fucking battle of the retirement homes right here. Whoever wins gets a social security check.
Whoever wins gets the last bit of cottage cheese.
Whoever wins gets a fucking bingo card.
Yeah.
You know what? I can actually see the Colts winning, not gonna lie.
Yeah, I can too.
Because Devontae looks washed. Brees Hall sucks. Aaron Rodgers,
sucks.
They need to put their punter in at this point.
See if they can get Zach Wilson back from Denver. So you're going with the Colts?
Yeah, I'm gonna roll with the Colts.
All right. This game right here is actually the Steelers' first division game this year.
Are you serious?
Yeah. Their first time going against a division rival is in week 11. And they're going to have a tough task taking on the overrated Ravens. Derrick Henry's already over 1,000 yards. I think the Ravens will kick the shit out of the Steelers just because the Steelers' run kind of has to end at some point, and I think it will end to the Ravens, and the Steelers will come back in a couple weeks and beat them. I don't think this game is going to be competitive. I know it's in Pittsburgh, but I just go gut feeling. I think the Ravens win.
You know what gets me hard at cheeked up Derrick Henry?
What?
At running back that's in the MVP conversation. Give me the fucking Baltimore Ravens.
Falcons and Broncos. Oh man, Broncos are actually favored by 2.5. Do the Falcons win? I feel like they should.
You guys stay at 500.
Yeah, I was like, I feel like they should, but they also just lost to the shitty ass Saints.
They had to stay to the script.
Yeah. You got to give Baker Mayfield fans hope.
Yeah, keep me some goddamn hope, please.
Because they wouldn't be that far behind the Falcons. And Broncos fans need actually
I need a good Brandon Purda show.
I'll watch his video after that Chiefs game, dude. You'll laugh your ass off.
Oh, I did.
But no, just because of how they lost last week, and I feel it's basically like how the Bears were after that Hail Mary. After that with the Broncos, I think I'm gonna roll with the Falcons, dude.
I feel like I'm gonna roll the Broncos. I feel like Kirk Cousins is gonna throw this game badly. So yeah, I go roll with the Broncos because the Broncos defense is pretty stingy. And especially they're very opportunistic. I know here lately they have kind of slowed down, but I feel like this could be a get right game for their defense. And they need to fix their fucking special teams. I trusted them to beat the Chiefs, and for some reason they fumbled that. And if you look, it's always that dude on their left side that blocks for the field goals always keeps flopping. So they need to replace him and put somebody else in. Fuck it. They should trade for Ezekiel for that. They need a blocker for the field goal team.
These fucking new people that moved in next door are fucking screaming at each other outside. So sorry, listeners, if you hear that. Actually, it might be entertaining. Next game, Seahawks 49ers. Like I said, the 49ers are back. Seattle sucks. I think this is a pretty easy 49ers win. I mean, they played a couple weeks ago on Thursday Night Football, and the Niners kicked the shit out of them, and that was without having like most of their team,
Yeah, now most of our team back. It's going to be even worse.
And that was in Seattle too that they did that. This one's going to be in San Francisco, so yeah, it's pretty cut and dry there. I think the 49ers win pretty handily.
Yeah, this is going to be a borderline Christian McCaffrey 100-yard total game.
Now, the game
49ers.
Game of the week. I already gave my prediction earlier. I think the Bills will win this one, just to give them that false hope. Yeah, I think the Bills win. I know you're going to pick the Bills.
Yeah, I'm going to pick the Bills. And the Chiefs are the worst 9-0 team in history right now.
No, they're not. You remember that Steelers team a couple years ago?
I feel like they're better than the Chiefs.
Did they come off back-to-back Super Bowls?
I mean, they didn't come back to our Super Bowls, but their undefeated season is better than this fucking undefeated season.
No.
Yeah.
You're smoking crack, dude.
You're fucking delusional. You got a fucking Kermit the Frog dick in your mouth.
And it tastes fucking delicious. Just like frog legs.
You like that? What was their Taylor Swift songs?
Why you think I'm growing out my hair? He needs nothing to pull on. Bengals Chargers. This is actually a pretty good matchup right here. Does the Chargers fucking game script that they keep following where they just run the shit out of the ball gonna work? Because the Bengals, they kind of put a stop to that last week with Derrick Henry, So I feel like if the Chargers...
Justin Herbert's kind of picking it up here lately.
If that's the thing, though, he hasn't really had to do much this year because they just run the fuck out of the ball and they don't really have any good receivers.
Quentin Johnson's actually been stepping up this year.
Yeah. I don't know. I think the Bengals win. The Chargers, I think they're a good team. They're 6-3. I don't know. Like I said, if the Bengals can basically do what they did last week to the Ravens, I don't see how they lose.
Yeah, the Chargers have a pretty good pass rush defense. And Bengals O-line is dog shit.
Yeah, that's true. This might be an ugly game.
It's gonna be a very field goal kind of game.
Hmm.
Oh, I'm gonna roll with the Chargers because I do not trust the Bengals defense at all. I feel like the Chargers defense can at least contain Burrow better than the Bengals defense contain Herbert in the running game.
And then this last game, Monday Night Football, Texans, even though they fucking suck.
The two retards from Texas.
Yeah. Yeah. Even though the Texans have played like complete shit. Dak Prescott is officially out for the season now. He's having surgery tomorrow on his hamstring. Cooper Rush, Super Duper Cooper, was grounded this week, only threw for like 45 yards. Trey Lance, I think, only came in for like 2 plays. I used to look forward to watching the Cowboys games. Now I don't even know when they're on. I didn't even know what time that game was on Monday or Sunday.
Yeah,
This
believe it
game,
or not, I was watching it.
I will be watching Monday Night Raw this Monday. Actually, we will probably be recording the podcast.
I will probably jerk off to Twitter because Pornhub is banned.
I know. Hey, Mr. President, you want to fix that for us?
For real.
I know you fucked a few porn stars. I know you can pull some strings. Well, actually, it's not even anything Pornhub's doing. It's our government.
Oh, by the way, I'm going with the Texans. I forgot to say that.
It's fucking obvious. They're only favored by 7.5. I feel like their line should be like the freaking Jacksonville Detroit line. I'm so ready for this season to be over. Actually, just with how bad my team is.
Me and you both, buddy. Me and you both.
Next week there are 6 teams on a bye week.
Ooh.
Yep.
It might be a short week next week.
And then no teams on a bye for week 13. And then 6 teams again on a bye week for week 14. And after that, I think the byes stop. So, another story that happened this week outside the world of sports that I want to mention because I was fucking right about this dude. I've said for years that Zach Bryan is a giant fucking douche. And I think his songs fucking suck. They all sound the same. They all sound like he's this far away from the microphone. And ever since I've seen that dude, like, on Joe Rogan, and then I saw his arrest video, I'm like, this dude's a fucking asshole. Well, apparently this dude broke up with his girlfriend. Her name is Brianna Chicken Fry, which if you're gonna have a nickname, don't name it after one of the most overrated songs ever. Chicken Fry is a fucking terrible song. But apparently this dude offered her $12 million to sign an NDA to not talk about their relationship.
Ooh. That's going to make people curious about it.
Which also makes her a better person than me because I would take that fucking money. But she has a podcast, and so I imagine she's fucking making decent money from that, where like $12 million maybe wouldn't be that much of a difference. I know she was the first person to interview Hawktua Girl, so I imagine she made a good chunk of change off of that.
Yeah.
Yeah. So apparently he cheated on her, which he has a history of doing. He's was married and I guess cheated on his wife. And the way she found out that they broke up was through his Instagram post announcing that they had broken up.
Yeah, it's fucking shitty as hell.
Yeah. So this dude is just a piece of shit. And the reason he made that post is because people started seeing him on Raya, which I guess is a dating app. I guess it's like Tinder or Bumble. I've never heard of it, actually. But I imagine when you're like famous, you have to go on like an unknown dating app, you know? Like, I don't know. I feel like if I was famous, which I am famous as fuck, 1,318 subscribers.
Definitely not bots.
Yeah, no. Shut the fuck up, faggot. What the fuck's I about to say now? You made me lose my fucking. You're a fucking bitch. You know that.
Only for you.
I hope that fucking cold turns into pneumonia. Hope you need to get a fucking lung transplant.
I hope the fucking next bitch you get and fucking gives you teeth head.
Hey,
Use those
I've had it.
old chompers.
I've fucking had it before. I'll fucking survive. But apparently, he also like banned her from listening to Morgan Wallen and Noah Khan. He only wanted her to listen to his music, which I think might be the most offensive thing, because depriving someone of listening to Morgan Wallen should be considered an act of terrorism.
How much of a cook you have to be to do all that?
He's a fucking bitch, dude. I've said it from day one. Have I not said it from day one? This dude is a fucking clown. I have the best, I am the best reader of people. I can tell what a person is. And I've said from day one, that dude is a fucking douchebag. I'm just doing a victory lap right now, basically.
You know what you need to do, Cody?
What?
You need to hit her up.
Yeah, no, she's not that good looking.
Just hit her up just to piss him off.
You know who should hit her up? Morgan Wallen. That'd be the funniest fucking thing ever if he started like fucking her, just to get back at him. This is what she looks like.
Well, she's not bad.
I don't think she's that good looking. Maybe it's because she's all these photos. She's next to his ugly face though. But I will say,
the average crack family in a trailer park.
Hey, they are from Oklahoma. Well, he's from Oklahoma. I don't know where she's from.
So it fits right in character.
But you should listen. I sent it to you the other day. I guess you didn't listen to it. These two guys from Barstool did a diss track on Zach Bryan. It's called Smallest Man. I recommend everybody to listen to that. It keeps getting taken off of YouTube. Like Zach Bryan's team keeps like getting it taken down. So you're gonna have to look for it. But it's worth it, dude. It's a good ass diss track. I think it's the second best diss track of this year.
Oh yeah?
Yeah. It's right behind Not Like Us, but I would put it above Meet the Grams.
Is it as devastating as Meet the Grams?
Kind of. I mean, they tore his ass apart. Let me see if the link I sent you is still active. It might have got taken down. But all this happened on erection night, YouTube. I had to avoid that before we got flagged. It all happened on erection night, and that got as much coverage as the erection, on Twitter at least, the diss track. All I'm saying, I'm just taking a victory lap, like I said, because the dude's a fucking douche, and I fucking hate him. He's up there with like Aaron Rodgers as someone I hate the most. He's like 2 or 3.
Oh yeah.
And you know what makes it worse? He's an Eagles fan, and Eagles fans are probably number 2 behind Aaron Rodgers.
I gotta make a boy who is an Eagles fan.
Yeah, that tells you how much
from Oklahoma.
That tells you how much of a douchebag he is. He's from Oologah.
Oh, that makes a lot more sense.
But yeah, I need to make this would be a good YouTube video. I need to make a top 10 list of people I hate the most.
We did that, and we had to take down a podcast episode, remember?
No, we did that for stupidest people we've ever met.
Oh, yeah. Basically the same thing.
Yeah, but I wouldn't mention them. I wouldn't mention, like, racist ass Chris or Bill's retarded ass. I don't even hate Bill. I just think he's fucking stupid. And I don't really hate Chris either. But, like, Aaron Rodgers, I fucking have a homicidal rage towards. Eagles fans, I would love to punch one in the face. Zach Bryan, I would love to punch him in his fucking vagina.
Even though you love listening to Barry McCockner.
Yeah, not everyone's perfect. Packers fans would be up there. Not Tom Grassi. Jerry Jones, Ezekiel Elliott, Micah Parsons, sensitive ass wrestling fans.
Oh, Chris Jericho fans.
Oh God, Chris Jericho. How about just him?
Yeah.
I used to be a big Chris Jericho fan, dude. Now I fucking can't stand to look at him. He's a giant fucking douche. Like, he is almost on levels of Aaron Rodgers, Zach Bryan douchery.
You know, McMahon was a piece of shit, but you knew it was something that keep freaking Chris Jericho's mouth shut.
Yeah, keep his ego in check.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude. There's a lot of fucking stupid ass people in this world. But all right, let's wrap up this show. We're an hour and 10 minutes in. Hope everybody has a good night. Thanks for listening. Thanks for watching. 70 views on the last episode. Did better than the last 2 episodes combined. On YouTube, it got 70 views. On Spotify, it got like... Actually, let me log into Spotify so I can look. Spotify, 16 plays, which is one of our best shows in a while. Last one to get that high was episode 65. And we also picked up some new followers on Spotify, so thank you guys very much. We will see you next week. Guys may get a live reaction to the Cowboys getting the shit kicked out of them by the Texans if we record on Monday. If not, then you guys will hear my thoughts on it after the game if we record on Tuesday. But all right, guys, we'll see you next week. I don't even know how to end these podcasts anymore. I used to say go Cowboys, but now I don't even know what the fuck to say. Fuck Zach Bryan.
Peace, love, and hand jobs.
Yeah, that one's not as good anymore.